Jesus is dead. I killed him. You killed him. Sin was the cause of his death. Disciples are hiding. The Jews are in control. Is that it? Is that the end of the Bible? We're stuck here, no redemption? Let's go to John 20. John 20, verses 1 through 4. We'll be staying in John 20. The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, and when it was yet dark, unto the sepulchre, and seeing the stone taken away from the sepulchre, she ran and went to Simon Peter and to the other disciples, whom Jesus loved, and said unto them, They have taken away the Lord out of the sepulchre, we know not where they have laid him. Peter therefore went forth, and the other disciple, and came to the sepulchre. So they both ran together. The other disciple did outrun Peter, and came first to the sepulchre. Does he live? Are we searching for him? We won't know if he lives unless we look for him, unless we are urgently searching for him, unless we seek him out. Let's go to look at verse 2. She ran and went to Simon Peter and the other disciple. Verse 4, they both ran together. They had to see his tomb. They had to see if it was true, if that he was gone. Are we running to God, seeking him out? Are we excited for worship? Are we happy to be here, learning about him, looking for him through his word? Or are we here tired, grumpy, wanting our bed? Let's go to verse 11 through 15. Mary stood without at the sepulchre weeping, and as she wept, she stooped down and looked into the sepulchre, and seeing two angels in white sitting, one at the head, other at the feet, where the body of Jesus had laid. And they said unto her, Woman, why weepest thou? She said unto them, Because they have taken away my Lord, I know not where they have laid him. And when she had thus said that, she turned herself back and saw Jesus standing there, knew not that it was Jesus. He said unto her, Woman, why weepest thou? Whom seekest thou? She supposed him to be the gardener, and said unto him, Sir, if thou hast borne him hence, tell me where thou hast laid him, and I will take him away. Jesus died a horrific death, and we remember that every Sunday. We should get sad. We should also be thankful. Someone who none of us have ever met died for us, sacrificed himself for us so that we might be with him. Yes, we should be sad. Let's look at John 20, verse 16 through 18. Jesus said unto her, Mary. She turned herself and said unto him, Rabboni, which is to say, Master. Jesus said unto her, Touch me not, for I am not yet ascended to my Father, but go to my brethren and say unto them, I ascend unto my Father and your Father, my God and your God. Mary Magdalene came and told the disciples that she had seen the Lord, that he had spoken those things unto her. He lives. Shouldn't we go out and tell other people? Shouldn't we go out and yell it in the streets? He lives. He's alive for us so that we can go to heaven. We should spread the news. Let's look at verses 24 through 28. Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus, was not with them when Jesus came. The other disciple therefore said unto him, We have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, Except I see in my hands the prints of the nails, and put my finger in the prints of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. And after 8 days again his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Jesus, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, Peace be unto you. Then said he unto Thomas, Reach hither thy fingers, and behold my hands. Reach hither thy hands, thrust it into my side, and be not faithless, but be believing. Thomas needed proof. He needed to see that Jesus was actually who he said he was. Now, we can't see Jesus. We can't touch his hands, put our hands to his side, but we can see proof from past civilizations. The Romans have history about this. We could also see it of other nations, like the Hittites. In 1834, a man by the name of Charles Texier unearthed what we now know as the Hittite capital. Before then, people said the Bible was not true because they could not find this one city. They couldn't find the Hittites. We can also look at DNA. We can look at space. We can look at just this world. These things don't just happen from an explosion. They don't just happen from evolution, or they don't come from nothing. Let's look at verse 29. Jesus said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. That's me. That's you. We believe, but we have not seen him. Let's look at verse 31. These are written that you might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that believing ye might have life through his name. Let's read it again, but this time put your name into it. I'll put mine in. These are written that Andrew might believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that believing Andrew might have life through his name. Let's make the Bible a personal story. God sacrificed himself for you. He sacrificed himself for me. He is the Christ. He died for us. He rose for us. He sacrificed his perfect life for us. Are we wasting his sacrifice? He lives. Will we live with him? Thank you.